Have you considered serving as a poll worker? A friendly, knowledgeable poll worker can make a difference for a voter with a disability trying to make their voice heard at the polls. If we have more poll workers with disabilities, our polling places will be more accessible and welcoming.
I've been a poll worker in Eau Claire since August 14th, 2018. I wanted to be a city council member or a county board member, but I thought being a poll worker, I was able to serve my community better. I wanted to show my community that being disabled doesn't mean that I couldn't be a poll worker. It is my hope that by me being a disabled poll worker, I can encourage my friends who are also disabled to be a poll worker.
I've been a poll worker now for about 5 years, and when I work as a poll worker, it gives me a chance to educate other poll workers and other voters about the accessible voting machine and encourage them to use it. And it also gives me a chance to make sure the machine is working accurately when I work my shift. When I work at the polls, it gives me a chance to speak to other poll workers and talk about accessibility and voter rights, and I hope that helps them to not create barriers themselves when they're working the polls. As a person with a mental health disability and as a poll worker, when I complete my shift, it gives me a chance to vote since I'm already at the polls, and I too can help rev up the disability vote.
Because I see voting as a basic human right and the accessibility for people with disabilities is really critical, I think it's so important for those of us with disabilities to serve as poll workers. We are there to serve as models for people with disabilities. I want for someone to come into their polling place and see themselves reflected, to know that this is a welcoming place for people with disabilities, and to know that they're validated. The other thing that I think is really critical is for the voter who does not have disabilities to see us as fully engaged, really competent people who are contributing to our wider community. So often the assumption about people with disabilities is that people need to do things for us, and I think serving as a poll worker indicates to people without disabilities that we are also in the community and we're able to do things for people and to make really positive contributions.
Hello, my name is Kathy Karlowitz and I am the clerk for the town of Mukwonago. I have the responsibility of ensuring fair, accessible, and transparent elections. Clerks are committed to making sure that the polling places are welcoming and accessible to all voters, including voters with disabilities. Election inspectors, sometimes called poll workers, play an important role in the voting process. Community involvement is very important to help support open, accurate, and fair elections in Wisconsin. Being the law requires all polling places in the state of Wisconsin to be ADA accessible, it not only allows voters to feel more comfortable coming into the polling place, but allows individuals with disabilities to work at the polls and be more involved in the process. It's a great opportunity to serve your community. I'm happy to partner with the Wisconsin Disability Vote Coalition in their work to inform voters with disabilities about the opportunity to serve as an election inspector. Having more election inspectors who have a disability can help us clerks to provide polling places that are accessible and welcoming to the public. Thank you for serving.
Ready to become a poll worker? Here's how to get involved.
We are here to talk about getting involved in the election process. One way to get involved is by becoming an election inspector, otherwise known as a poll worker. Community involvement in elections is essential to conducting open and fair elections that are accessible to everyone, including those with disabilities.
Poll workers should be a qualified elector of the county they reside in, and also should be able to read and write English. There may be accommodations available if you cannot read or write English. Please reach out to your municipal clerk or the Wisconsin Elections Commission if you have any questions about these accommodations.
Poll workers are appointed in December of each odd-numbered year for a 2-year term. Election inspectors can be paid or volunteer their time on Election Day. Employers are required by law to give employees time off to serve as a poll worker as long as the employee gives at least 7 days' notice.
If you're interested in becoming a poll worker, there are 2 ways to become nominated. The first way is to be nominated by the governing body of your municipality. You can contact your municipal clerk for more information about this process. You can find their contact information on myvote.wi.gov. Or if you're active in your political party, you could be nominated by your county party to become an election inspector. You can contact your county party chairperson to be nominated. For more information about becoming a poll worker, please contact the Wisconsin Elections Commission at 608-261-2028 or email us at elections@wi.gov.
We hoped you enjoyed this video on being a poll worker. If you're interested in being a poll worker, check with your local municipality to find out when the application deadline is. And don't forget to vote! If you have questions about your rights as a person with a disability or about how your municipality accommodates these rights, contact the Wisconsin Elections Commission at 608-261-2028 or toll free at 866-VOTE-WIS. For help with disability-related voting questions or help filing a complaint, call the Disability Rights Voter Hotline at 844-DIS-VOTE or 844-347-8683. The Wisconsin Disability Vote Coalition is a project of Disability Rights Wisconsin and the Wisconsin Board for People with Developmental Disabilities. This project was supported by funds received under the Help America Vote Act, HAVA, for protection and advocacy systems to provide education, training, and assistance to individuals with disabilities to promote their participation in the electoral process, and with funds from the Wisconsin Board for People with Developmental Disabilities.
Thanks to the following for their help with this video: the Wisconsin Elections Commission, Kathy Karlowitz, Administrative Clerk Treasurer for the town of Mukwonago, and members of the Wisconsin Disability Vote Coalition. Thanks to Promote Local for the filming and production of this video.